Good evening. My name is Paul Solomon, and I am co-chair of the Belmont Committee for Roads Now, a broad coalition of Belmont citizens which is working very hard to achieve a yes vote on June 9th, Monday. This group includes all three current members of the Board of Selectmen, a former selectman, two current members and one past member of the school committee, several members of the warrant committee, and a number of longtime Belmont residents and newcomers as well. On June 9th, Belmont voters will be asked to approve a property tax override to dedicate an additional $2.5 million per year to fixing our dilapidated and crumbling road system. Without these additional funds, our roads will only get worse, so that basic safety for cars, emergency vehicles, bicycles, and even pedestrians will be even more at risk than at present. The most frequent questions that I've received is, why is this override different from previous ones? This road stabilization fund cannot be used for any purpose other than road repairs. I cannot emphasize this last point enough. A state law passed in 2003 allows us to establish a dedicated fund, a lockbox, if you will, that can only be used for roads and sidewalks. This is different from any other ballot question presented to the voters in the past. Another question I hear frequently is, why now? We passed an override in 2001 that provides $1 million for roads, and the state provides about $400,000 a year in Chapter 90 road funds. These funds, approximately $1.4 million, which we now spend on our roads yearly, is woefully inadequate to get ahead of the severely deteriorated state of our roads. By our consultants' measurements, nearly 70% of our roads need full-depth reconstruction, which costs 4 times as much as resurfacing. With inadequate funding, more of our streets are deteriorating to the point that they must be totally rebuilt. We must begin to reverse this situation as soon as possible. Further deterioration will only cost more to fix. You may ask, as many people do, why do this when the utilities will just go and dig trenches in them soon after the new pavement? Last month, town meeting gave added authority to the town to regulate utilities' access to public ways. And if this road override passes, the town will be able to fund the hiring and training of employees in the Department of Public Works to enforce the state standards for the repair of roads by utilities, and that will be a great improvement. So, if this override passes, what roads will be done and in what order? The sequencing of road work will strike a balance between major streets and local roads, the highest priority being assigned to those streets that are in the worst condition and are most affected by traffic circulation patterns. How much will your property taxes go up? In the upcoming fiscal year, the cost for the average single-family home would be $363, about $1 a day. Compared to the cost of repairing our cars and the higher amount it'll cost to fix our roads if we wait longer, I hope you'll agree it's an intelligent investment. Now let's get to the bottom line. Why do I think you should vote for this override? Here are 3 reasons. First, it's safer to fix roads than to straddle potholes and ruts while avoiding the driver who's coming from the opposite direction who's trying to do the same. It's cheaper than the combined cost of a front-end alignment and a new set of tires, and it's a surer way to enhance the value of your home than the current deplorable state of our roads, which gives prospective newcomers a very incorrect view of the quality of our town's services in Belmont. Conclusion, whether you have children in schools or, like me, have an empty nest with children and grandchildren spread all over the country, I urge you to vote yes on June 9th. Thank you very much.